Right, so hey, what's up everyone, it's Weston here. So today you can see we've got the review of the Corsair Graphite 230T. Now I've had this case for a very long time, so I thought it'd be time to do a long-term review. But before we start the review, you can see you can get this case in different colours. So you can get black and red, grey and blue, and orange and black as well, all in windowed versions, and you can get one with a solid side panel as well, which is slightly cheaper. So here we're going to have a look around the case if you've not seen it before. So as you can see from the front, you've got two USB 3, a headphone jack, a mic jack, and a reset switch and a power switch, also with a little indicator in between the two switches. So as you can see, the power button is really irritating. It only works at one side. Now it does do this because it means that you have to press it at that side so you don't knock the reset switch, but it is a little bit irritating. But after a while you do get used to it. So speaking of the little indicator, that is for your hard drive to make sure it's all working good. And that flashes in orange to match the case. So at the front you've got room for three 5.25, so you can have either a disk drive, another disk drive, or you can have a fan controller in there if you want, or you can put something else in as well. So then at the front you've got two 120mm fans included. Now these will be colour matched to whichever case you bought, so blue if you've got grey, red if you've got black, etc. The only annoying thing about the front is there's no removable dust filter. You have to remove the entire front panel, which is a real pain every time you need to clean it. And then finally at the bottom you've just got the Corsair branding, finished off in white to contrast the blacks around. So at the top you can see you can have two 120mm fans or two 140mm fans for extra cooling if you need. So then we get on to the side panel, and you can see this one is the windowed version because I wanted to be able to see my stuff. But anyway, if you've got really nice components, this is definitely the one to go for. You can see we've also got some dimensions there. All that will be down in the description as well. Then on the other one, you've just got the arrow indentations, which shows you which way the side panel comes off. So at the back, you can see you've got room for your rear I/O like you do on all PC cases. Then you've got another exhaust fan. I've got a water cooler there, but it does come included with a 120mm exhaust fan. Then you've got 7 PCI, so you can have SLI cards, audio cards, Wi-Fi cards, etc. You've got some additional cooling and a bottom mounted PSU. You can also see at the back is you've got one screw to take the side panels off. This is not a captive one. I personally prefer that, but you may not. So you can see inside you've got plenty of room. So this PC case can take a mini ITX board, a micro ATX board and an ATX board. It can have a max GPU length of 360mm, a max CPU cooler height of 165mm, a max PSU length of 200mm, and a 140mm fan at the bottom. You can also see you can have 4 SSDs or 2.5-inch drives, or you can have 3 regular size drives as well, so whichever your preference is, it's got plenty of room to accommodate that. So then we get on to cable management, and this is where the case starts to fall down a little bit. Now with a power supply that's non-modular, which means you get a lot of wires, there's not that much room for cable management. As you'll see from the next clip, there is very minimal space where you can actually manage your cables. I know mine is a little bit of a mess because I'm not a pro cable manager, but even so, there is not much room to tidy your cables away. A little bit of an oversight in my opinion, but you just have to work with it. So I would recommend, if you're getting this case, go for a modular power supply. You can also see you've got a very large cutout to install an aftermarket CPU cooler. You also do get a couple of clips as well around the edges to cable tie for a bit of cable management, but again, it's not that great. Then we get on to cooling. And like I mentioned already, you do get two 120mm fans included. You can always swap these out if you want, but they'll only fit 120mm. As you can see from this clip, like I mentioned already, it's got a dust filter in it, but it's non-removable and it doesn't work that good because it's very dusty. So then you can see on the back, I've got a 120mm water cooler. Very, very tight squeeze to get it in, but it will fit one in. And also at the top, you can fit a 240 or 280mm radiator. I, however, did try installing a radiator, the one I've got installed at the minute, and there were some clearance issues, so you may have to check the width of your radiator setup to see if it has clearance. And then, like I said, you do get a 120mm exhaust fan, which I've removed because I didn't need it. So So you can see now we're on build quality, and this again is not that impressive from Corsair, to be honest. I mean, it's an all steel construction, it weighs 6 kilograms, so it's not the lightest of cases, but I was really disappointed. The side panels are really flimsy, but the rest of the case is solidly built. You can also see if you get the orange, the paint is abysmal. It's so thin, and you can see it's starting to come off in places. This is just a bad example because where your side panel is, but stuff like on your doors, I mean, you can see there's a lot of paint coming off there. On the window clips, don't know how that's managed to start peeling off, but it has. And then you've got another example there of just the paint coming off on the other door. So the paint's not the best quality. Then you can see I did have, like I mentioned, tried to install a water cooler in the top. Tried it in both locations, and you can see where the screws have been, it's completely removed the paint, which is not that great, to be honest. But if you do get the black versions, I'm not sure if the problem's the same, but for this orange one, the paint is not good. So that is a bit of a warning for you. Overall though, it is really well made, feels solid, and yeah, it's pretty good from Corsair apart from the poor paint. Right, so to wrap this review up, this case is not that great, to be honest. I mean, I did really like it at first. I love the really outrageous bright orange, but then after a while it started getting a bit tedious. It does have its good points though. I mean, the cooling is really impressive. It does have support for radiators, but they're going to have to be really slim because I did really struggle with clearance. Like I said, it's pretty good at cooling. It looks really nice as well. So if you really want the orange one, I would say get the orange one, but just be wary about the paint. It's reasonably priced, but it does have obviously its drawbacks. Personally, I would recommend looking elsewhere, but if you really like the case, then I would suggest swaying away from the orange. Right guys, so that is it. If you've got any comments, drop them down below and I'll answer them all for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.